You already know what it is. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for Whitney Escapes Wednesdays. When it's escape in your girl sequence and let me stop. I don't know how people can do that stuff all day long because I get tired after a while. Like my throat be hurting. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like for real.
I'm distracted right now, guys, because I let my daughter use my phone, and like I have like all these things on here now, and I don't like what the heck. Where's like my regular application?
I don't understand none of those iPhone things anyway. So why do you guys have like blocks and stuff? Like it makes no sense to me.
I don't know. You gotta put it in blocks, but when you give kids devices, you know, because her brother was on his Switch, so of course she needed the phone. Fine. And then when I get it back, I'm like, what did you do to my phone? Like, you know, I use it to talk, not all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. So now I was like, what the heck? Trying to figure out how to get back to normal. But I don't know. I think they put the boxes because like you have like utilities, usually like what's it called? Let me get my other phone because I went back to normal.
What? Where's in your butt? What are you shaking? What are you doing?
I'm trying to tell you what the little boxes are for. Like if you have games, to say game box. If you have like your bank accounts,
they categorize it for sure.
Yeah,
but it's still weird. Like iPhone is just so conceited. Let me tell you why. Because you know how when people post videos of whatever they're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you have to see that little screen that slides and show the different iPhone boxes so they can have a clear indication that letting you know this video was made from an iPhone. I'm just like, no, you laughing.
No, it's funny because I'm just saying, you know, it's great marketing. That's great. From a business standpoint, that's genius.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know, like, you like this video, you got to have an iPhone.
Pretty much, like, you know, an iPhone made this. I'm like, whatever. Let me stop being a hater because, you know, one day iPhones may actually try to endorse me. So
exactly, don't hate on them. Thank you very much.
It seems like,
but it's complicated because I finally bought a birthday present of a MacBook because I've been in for years, and I don't know how to use it. I thought it'd be easy because I have an iPhone. It's like, yeah, you have an iPhone, you be able to use it easy.
You think what was going to be easy to use?
The MacBook.
Why would you think that?
Because when I went to the Mac store, it was like, oh, you have an iPhone. You have the same applications. It'll be easier to use. That was a lot.
No, I knew the first time I got a Mac that it was a big deal and a lot to do because they even told me then that there's classes on if you want to take the classes.
Yeah, that's what he told me, but it ain't open now. I was like, of course.
I don't think Mac is something so different from a regular computer, but you know,
it's something like
that's it's just nothing but a bougie laptop. No, because
when I learned how to use it properly, people was like, I would love it. But
even
right now,
yeah, that's anything. You know, that's I swear for God. Hi, Jeff. But that's anything.
Welcome to Whitney Escapes Wednesday.
Okay. Out my DM. No, but oh my God.
Wow. Let's talk about this. Continue, Jeff. I'm listening.
Oh my God. No, let me not tell you the story about DJ Big Sound. Okay?
Yeah, it sounds like this would be very entertaining. Yeah, informative.
No, he's just been stalking me for a good, strong, maybe 3 years now.
Oh, so you're telling us the Quest effect is real? Is what you're telling me?
I'm going to tell you that. Wait, I'm telling you, the Quest effect is super real.
You know, real blood.
It's facts. Well, I don't. But
that's the same DNA we share. So if I'm putting it out there,
absolutely. But
I was funny. I was telling my husband yesterday. We was I was telling him yesterday because it was Tuesday, so of course there was no football. So he's like, "Hey, Whit, what you doing?" I'm like, I'm just chilling. He's like, "You wanna, watch a movie or hang out?" I was like, "Oh, you wanna hang out with me? Sure. What are we doing? What do you wanna watch?" "Oh, whatever you like. Pick whatever you like. If you wanna watch me, your little lovey-dovey things, it's all good. I'll watch it with you." I was like, "All right," but I picked something. Yo, who are these people? Get them out of here. I'm so tired of those people.
Oh my life. Where I can't.
The accuracy. I like it. Go ahead. Oh yeah, my husband, right? It must be the little one. So when we sit in it after the movie, I said, I really appreciate you, taking time out for your wife and everything like that. Mm-hmm. He's like, wow, you don't feel like I take it out? I was like, you know what, boom. I was like, I just don't want you getting comfortable. When I start getting more guys on the street coming for me than my husband, then that means you're too comfortable. He's like, duly noted. I said, okay. As long as you know, boo. Because at the end of the day, I was saying, as from a woman's perspective, is that we're still women. You know what I mean? And even though you're married, and same thing vice versa. I don't want no chicks hitting on him more than I'm hitting on him. And I don't want to get too comfortable because somebody's always going to be looking if you're an attractive person, even if you're not, if that's what they're attracted to. And that's why I said it's a little blood because, when we walk these streets, we always get, attention. So you got to make sure that the one at home is giving us the most attention. You feel where I'm coming from? Yeah, your teddy bears are watching you right now.
My teddy bears? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree.
4 years, 3 years, 24 hours, 22 minutes, and 5 days.
No, but Jeff is very, persistent. And he's consistent too. You know what I'm saying?
Consistency is very important. Guys, girls, you listen to this hashtag, write that, take these notes. These are some jewels. Go ahead, because I'm listening.
I can't. Look, you just told him that being persistent and consistent is key.
No, I don't know who these people are, but let me tell you what happened today. My media specialist.
No, but you told that cartoonist to be persistent and consistent. He took your words immediately.
No, get him up out of here. Stalkers, people.
No, but what I'm going to say is being persistent and consistent is a great thing to a certain degree. Even when it comes to jobs and stuff, right? Yes, you should do a follow-up because employers can get busy at times. Things get lost in the shuffle or whatever.
Let them know.
Oh God, this is so funny. Yeah, we know you're very persistent. No, but I'm saying like when an employee, they can get busy. So sometimes it's okay to do like a friendly update or a reminder, right? But you're not supposed to harass them. Because that's why
consistency and harassment are two different definitions.
I know, but I'm like, they got your application. If they want to get back to you, they will. Right? Mm-hmm. Do a quick update, then call it a day. Even when it comes time to a relationship, like stalker boy. Like you can be persistent, and he be on it. He be hitting me up all the time. Like, he had my attention, even as a stalker. And but then after a while, you just gotta relax a little bit. He relaxed a little too much. He got a whole fiance. Another story. But it's to a certain degree.
I'm listening.
With people that you like, you can be persistent, but after a while, you gotta relax. Now, some people like, yeah, he was hitting me up and blah blah, and we fell in love. Other people like, you hit him so much, like I'm more turned off than turned on. But then when you flip it, it's kind of like in our business. We put the product and stuff out there, right? People seem interested. So if you seem interested as an entrepreneur, we have to do a follow-up to see if you're going to use our services.
Amen.
Now, but if you keep keeping us on pending, like you're interested, you're on the fence, that means technically we're still supposed to see what you're going to do until you tell us yes or no. Mm-hmm. But we have to, especially in our community, we have to stop doing that.
Yeah, we have to be honest and communicate because I tell people all the time, I'm not here to harass you. I'll respond to you. I'm doing my due diligence as an entrepreneur and a business owner and as a customer service expert. Customer service is you're supposed to follow through. You're supposed to contact your customer, but you're not supposed to harass. I don't tell people that all the time. I will contact you. I have a meeting today with a lady. I think it was just miscommunication. I'm like, yeah, I have sent you several emails. Want me to send them to you? Because I don't delete anything. I have responded to you, but when I haven't heard anything back, oh, I never received them. I said, I'm glad you reached out because I have a thread of all these, like, I sent you at least 2. I'm like, after that, if I don't hear anything, I'm not going to keep on sending something. But like you said, in our community, I tell people life happens to everybody. That's my favorite saying because I live by that. And you could have been interested, but something happened that deterred you. That is fine. But communicate that to the person. Like if I hit you up and like, hey, T-Quest, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And then maybe something happened with me financially, or maybe I changed my plans or something. It's my responsibility, since I already took some of your time and inquiry, to contact you back and say, hey, T-Quest, I know I told you I need this, but have changed. Blah, 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 blah. One, it shows that I am a honorable business person and a client, so we can do business later. I don't leave no bad blood. And 2, it frees up your time to let you know, like, okay, this person is not long and I can move on. But when people don't properly communicate, it keeps you as a business or in limbo because you want to make sure you do 100% on your customer service base and with your clientele. But if you don't know what to do, you're wasting your time, and time is money and time is precious. So if we can just say, hey, I'm not interested, or things have changed, maybe at a later date, you're not, causing no black bud. So when you do stuff like that and then you really need that person, they're going to remember what you did last time. So you're not going to be a priority. And that's what a lot of things that goes on in life, not just with entrepreneurs, any business. You're trying to buy your first home, a car, anything. You have to treat everything the same, no matter.
Hi, Jeff. And you still can't spell. I keep telling stop typing so fast, but continue it.
But you have to treat everything as a how you will want to be treated, and how you deal with business in general. How you go to the bank, how you go to the grocery store, how you go to the car, whatever the case may be, wherever you do your business, everyone should be treated equally and fair, because you'll want them to communicate just like you'll want somebody to communicate back to you.
Me? Okay, great. See, when it comes to things like that, you have to look at it from all different types of perspectives, because let me tell you what, because I don't like to say it, but we just got to be honest. When it comes to our culture, it's always like eggshells, right? You want to be persistent, but you don't want to be nagging, right? But then at the same time, you have to continue to hit them up, because they'll give you the runaround so much instead of being open and honest, right? But then you have certain mature people like us, like, I'd rather you be honest with me than to give me the runaround and then come up with all this stuff later on. You know what I'm saying? So then you have the ones that when you're open and honest with them, if you don't tell them what they want to hear, there's going to be a problem. There was someone that was me up. I was cool with for a couple of years. We talked for like 3 seconds. We did business together. Things was cool. We separated, stopped talking for a minute. We came back, reunited, did business again. But then he had a new business, and it was one of those credit things, repair your credit. And he was like, hey, do you mind? Look, you want to look at this video about blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to, but if you want me to, I can. Well, why you got to say it like that? Because it's the truth. I don't want to look at it. I don't care about it. But if you want me to, I will look at it. Well, I have this new business, blah, blah, blah. I understand that, but I don't need help with my credit. Well, I can help you with student loans, mortgage debt. I'm like, I don't have any of that. So I don't need your help with my credit. Well, can you at least pass along to other people? I'm like, no. I mean, because everybody I know is like, they don't need that. Because if they needed it, there's so many of them out there, they would have went to them. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just being open and honest with him, because I'm not like, oh, let me see what's up, or let me see what I can do. Let me hit people up. I'm not doing that. Why? Because I know I have nothing for you. So I don't want to waste your time. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
He blocked me. Just because I didn't give him the answer that he wanted. And I'm like, so you stop being cool with someone because they don't want to support the business that they literally don't even need?
That is all the time.
I know.
Close people who I'm still cool with. I know I can't do a business with them because if you don't support them, it's like I don't want to support you. But it's not even a supporting thing. If I don't need your business or your services, I don't need your business or your services. Like even people who do like makeup or like people who do like makeup or costume and stuff like that. I always say, I could follow you, but I don't wear makeup. I can't buy costume jewelry because my type of skin, man, I can't wear that type of stuff. But it doesn't mean like anything personal. If I don't wear makeup, why would I buy makeup? That doesn't make sense.
It's all about just supporting. So
I can have lip gloss. I might buy some lip gloss, like
to a certain degree.
You know what I'm saying? Costume and jewelry. I know people who wear it, but I can't. Sometimes I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes what we have to do as a people and individuals is grow up and really understand that. One, everybody's not your client. Like I know everybody who's watching this is not my client. And I know I'm not everybody's client either. And I know that life happens to everybody. You can just communicate like that guy. And I'm like, I'm glad you blocked me because now I know who you really are. And now if something else happens, you have a new venture that I might be interested in, I won't do business with you though. Because you just show me your true character. And right there, now why would I refer somebody else to you just because I didn't need something and I didn't want to support it and I explain why. But the key is I tell people all the time, when even on this podcast, I'm like, even if you don't go through me for travel, still travel. But at the end of the day, if you think about travel, you don't have anybody, who are you going to think about calling? Let me call Whitney's Escapes because she does travel. But I'm not going to harass you to follow me. I'm not going to harass you to use my services. I know my worth, and I know everybody's not my client. And that's okay with me. I will hope more. My mission in this business, honestly, is to help people travel. And I had, I'm going to share a personal story with you guys that happened to me. Like, it happened a while, but the aha, like the light bulb came on. Came on. And I say different. I always touch on different areas and things, when I travel and in this business, in this industry. And one of them were when I go to, the events that I go to further educate myself, to continue connecting with the community of the travel industry. A lot of times when I go, I don't see people who look like me. I have said it multiple times. A lot of times I'm talking to properties, like people who own different resorts, their representative who come to these trade shows, and we talk, and I explain to them, my clientele is people who look like me, stuff like that. From more than one source, and at different times, I heard this statement like, "Oh, you're great, you're talented, but don't limit yourself to your community." And I'm like, okay. And they said, I'm not saying this to be offensive. It's just that if you do, you will end up hungry.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of truth to that because I'm in this industry and it's true. But the aha moment for me was, I thank God that my business is not my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Because it allows me to come through this lens in a different light. You know what I'm saying? Like I genuinely do this because I love to travel and I would love to see my people travel. That is my whole mission. That's our whole goal. Bringing people's dreams, making people's dreams their reality.
Absolutely.
And that's really my passion and motive of starting Whitney's Escapes, because I want people who look like me to travel. And I tell them all the time, the reason it's important because if nobody's in the trade shows or the back rooms having these conferences so they won't hear our voice, if we're not at the properties, why would they cater to us?
Because they don't even know what we like, what we gravitate to, or nothing.
Exactly. And, that bothered me to this point where it's like, it's true. If I just stay with my community, I could go hungry. But I also say I'm staying with my community because this is not my bread and butter. And like most people don't probably know this, but I had a whole full part-time job just for my business, just to fund this business.
You had a
that's how much
part-time job.
Well, yeah, because I was practically there full time.
That's
you know, every time I go somewhere to just be there 20 hours, I'm practically working 30, freaking 40 hours. They try to make me full time. Like, was a position open? Hey, you think you want to take this position? I'm like, no, I'm already here way too much as it is. This is not why I came here to, you know, fortify my business, because I want to make sure that I'm doing something that I love and putting quality product out there. When I'm saying product, me myself, properties and stuff like that, and education for my people. Mm-hmm. And I thank God for that, because I come at this business and I come at with my experience from a whole different organic experience. Like, I'm not over here harassing people so they can feed me.
Yeah.
Because I eat very well, and I thank God for that. But I'm willing to do. Yeah, I do eat it. But I'm willing to do the other stuff. Like, sometimes people have to realize that we're willing to do other things so that we can bring services to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's important to think about that sometimes too. Know who you're dealing with. Get to know the person before you already scratch them off. And if they show you that they're not authentic or truthful, like that guy did with his business,
mm-hmm.
yeah, block me, because I'm about to block you anyways, because I can't deal or associate with people who are like that.
Mm-hmm. And I know you said something about how it's not your bread and butter, so you're good regardless. For me personally, it is my bread and butter. So when I first became an entrepreneur, yes, I was very offended by people who didn't want to support me, only because they come at me like, you know, I rock with you. You know, I got
you. I still get offended. I can still pursue. Let's make that sense. I have a different objective. Like, when people say, don't let my Black community be my source of people who I want to feed me. You know, I could just been over there and start doing, oh my God, just catering to other ethnicities, which I do everybody. I cater to anybody and everybody. But it's like, don't pour so much into my community. But I'm like, the reason I can still pour so much into my community is because it's not my bread and butter. But do I get offended when people lie and do all these deceitful don't support me and stuff? Absolutely, because I'm a human being. But I also have to be like, you know what, Whitney? You came in this because you really want to see people travel. You really want to see people who look like you when you go on these properties. When we went to Jamaica and we stayed at that beautiful property, how many people besides the people who work there look like you?
4.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of those people, besides me, I booked to stay there.
I was just about to say the Browns.
Exactly. So think about that.
Absolutely.
That's my point. And you're a witness, because you have traveled with me and we've stayed at these lovely properties. But that shows the passion. You know what I'm saying? It's still offensive. I still want to eat and have my snacks, but I'm still going to stay in this vein because it's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Continue what you were saying, because what you're saying is really important. People need to hear this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So my thing is, at first, I would be even more offended, because I'm like, it's not that I'm coming to you. It's because you got to realize, when you say no to someone, whether you like it or not, it is a sign of rejection.
Yes.
And nobody wants to be rejected. That's why when you take the time to learn your business and learn business in general, they always tell you everyone is not going to be your clientele. You have to know your market so you know exactly who to go to, right? Yes. But also, a lot of them teach you that your family and friends, since they're the closest to you, should be your first supporters, you know, and then other people will gravitate to it. But no disrespect, it doesn't happen that much in our community. Strangers support us before the people closest to us.
Can you say that one more time for the people in the back?
Strangers support us more than people are closest to us in our community on average, you know. So of course I used to get offended, but then as I grew, you know, and I was just like, you know what? You're just not my clientele. And I'm not going to downplay. I'm not going to give you discounts. I'm not going to go back and forth with you, because this is not a flea market. This is my business. This is my bread and butter. This is how I eat. This is how I survive. And I'm not going to degrade myself because you feel that I should. Because like they always say, you'll never go to a department store and tell them, well, I understand this is $500, but can you just give it to me for $3? It doesn't work that way. It's not a barter system. It's just really not. This flight is like way too much for first class. You need to drop $200 lower, Okay. And then make you give me 3 bags of peanuts and 2 hot towels. Like, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to.
And you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
If you really want quality or not.
Mm-hmm. You just have to know your market and know that it's a possibility that everyone's not going to support you. But that doesn't mean you're supposed to end friendships, end relationships just because they don't want it. And like what I tell people, they have the word friend, fans, family, all start with an F, but they all have a different meaning. Just because I'm your friend, yes, it will be nice for me to support everything that you do, but I'm not required to do it. And that's something people have to grow to do. If everyone's complaining about only strangers support them, why are you complaining about the ones who don't? Why don't you just appreciate the ones who do?
Say it again, sister. And can you also say, one thing I want to tell you guys, and I respect and love about my sister's request over here, is that she does understand the business and entrepreneurship, no matter what you are. So when I'm stressed, she's my go-to. But one thing I respect and love about her is when I have all my events and trips, I present them to everybody. And she always tells people, that, oh, I can't I got a whole nother job so I can go on Whitney, stuff like that. And tell people what you tell them.
I'm nervous. I forgot. What was my script again? Let me read it again. No, I'm doing. So you mean the part that I have to work harder so I can afford the trip, or the one where I have to be open and honest, like everything sounds great, but realistically, I can't afford to go on all of them?
And would you also say the key is when you say, hey, she's presenting this to you. You don't have to go on all of them.
Yes. So that's right. She does her job and does it very well. But I had to grow to that point because at first I'm always supporter. So if my sister doing something, I will want to be a part of any and everything that she does. Right. So if she's planning 10 trips, I'm going to be mad. Like, oh my gosh, she's trying to take every dollar I get. Right. And I was there because I want to support everything. But then I'm mad because technically I can't, which means I feel like I have to struggle just to go be on a beach naked. Right. But then just like in everything in life, you have to grow. And what I realized is, even though I want to support everything she does, this is her business. This is her brand. Just because she's presenting 10 places does not mean I have to go to the 10 places. She's not forcing me. She's doing her job as the presenter and the promoter of her business. And I can see the list. I see the times, the dates, the prices, the locations. And then I'm like, look, all these look great. But realistically, I can't go to all of them. But the ones I want to go to is 1, 4, 7, and 10. When are those deposits due? Period.
Do you see that, people? And I told her, thank you. Because I'm just presenting things that I'm doing. And I'm offering you an invitation. You can either accept or decline. And I don't feel either way about it because I understand it's my business. So 9 10, I have to go, but I'm letting you know you can come. But when you tell me, I said, thank you, because I didn't have to have that conversation with her. She just got it. You know, as a business person, you have to present what you're doing if you want your clients, even though they're family, to attend. And I always say, well, if you could go on one, I really would like you to go, hey, girl.
Down to Duchess.co. One thing I also wanted to say is when I kept saying the difference between like a fan, friend, family member, all that stuff is the same difference between a consumer, a customer, a clientele, right? But as a family member who is becoming a client, I have to know not to mix up the two. Because it was the family member that got frustrated when you came to me professionally about the deposit was due, and I didn't have it at the time, so I got mad at you. Technically, why am I getting mad at you? Because I wasn't ready to have my payment. That has nothing to do with you. You know, because if I was a stranger, if you were a stranger and they were like, hey, I'm just letting you know, you have a reminder, kind of like a credit card. Like, you know, your bill is next cycle's in 3 days. You don't get mad at them. Maybe a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? You know, you just have to grow to them. Like, you're not doing anything wrong. That's just me personally, meaning I have to really push my OnlyFans page a little bit more. OnlyFans.com/TQuestGLM. So I can handle my business as your client.
Yes.
Who just happens to be your sister.
And on that note, guys, we're going to wrap it up on Witness Escapes Wednesday. I want you guys to mellow on these jewels we've been giving you. Cash them in, okay? Grow from them. explore with them, and comment below. Also subscribe on all our social media plays at Whitney Escapes on Facebook and IG. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Whitney Escapes LLC. And also just download TQuest mobile app. All her information is on there. And ladies, y'all already know what time it is. Thank you so much for for signing up for the Women's Retreat. Ashley, I did get your registration. Thank you, ladies. It's going to be a phenomenal time. You guys make me so excited. When I see the list, I just get excited about it. I can't wait to chat to you guys Saturday. Next week is going to be a special treat. We're going to be up here a little earlier than usual, but we have a special treat next week, everybody. So please make sure you tune in when we go live on Wednesday Escape Wednesdays. And Quest, close us out.
Yes, and I'm so excited because I'm the host. The host is with the mouthpiece. No, it's going to be phenomenal. And if you miss it, sucks to be you. For all you guys who can't miss it, you can always sponsor a woman. And just know that we will be doing something for you guys very soon. It's your girl T-Quest. You can find me on social media platforms at TQuestGLM. And you are Winning Escapes. Download T-Quest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. Oh.
Until next week, guys. We love you. Be safe. Bye.
Hey, ladies. Hey.
Hey.
Late route. Bye. Bye.